Hello, Darthvegan here, back with another new series. This is what I'm going to call the Total War playthrough. Haven't thought of a good name for it, but basically I'll be doing multiplayer battles online and then doing commentary on those battles. So this first battle will be me against iWaffles, who is playing as the Skaven, and I am playing as the Vampire Ghost because I've just been kind of enjoying playing them in the campaign. So I thought I would try out an online battle. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, getting started first, we're going to talk about our army compositions. First, I'm going to go over my army. I have the Vampire counts, so I'm going to be having some deckhand mobs here in the front. A couple of units of deckhand mobs just to absorb the enemy's charges and whatnot. And then I also have on each flank a unit of deckhand mob with pole arms. And then here in the back line I have some zombie pirate gunnery mob handgunners, and then a unit of the depth guard. And then also have a Morngul Haunter back here, one more unit of pole arms, a mortar, and then over here I have a unit of deck gunners and my Vampire Fleet Admiral with a pole arm. And then over here we have a Necrofex Colossus, which I love this guy. He's just freaking amazing. And then over for my and then I have one unit of deck droppers over here with handguns on the flank. And over here for my opponent, iWaffles, he has a unit of Death Runners here, which I didn't actually see them right now because they're stalking. And then he has a unit of Rat Ogres, or two units of Rat Ogres here up in the front. He has a unit of Storm Vermin, Sword and Shields, some Plague Monks, a Warlord on the, I believe they're called Bone Breakers. He has a Hell Pit Abomination and some Storm Vermin with Halberds. And then back here he's got Poison Wind Globadiers, Gutter Runners, and Gutter Runner Slingers. So he's got kind of a lot of anti-large, and I'm not sure why he brought so much anti-large, but anyway, he did. So without further ado, let's get this show on the road. So I'm going to try to do some cinematic shots if possible, and also try to keep you abreast of what's going on in the battle. So let's go. So I start popping some shots with my deck gunners here on his Rat Ogres to try to keep them at bay. I figured they were a threatening unit. At this time I could not see the Hell Pit Abomination yet, so I'm focusing down my power on these Rat Ogres. And then I noticed these other Rat Ogres come back, and he had pulled these Rat Ogres back away from the shots, so I started taking shots at these Rat Ogres, and then they get in range of my handgun, so I'm really just shutting these bad boys down. So that was good. I do have my mortars throwing in against these Plague Monk Sensor Bearers, and then I noticed these Death Runners are here, so I turned my deck droppers on them. And actually, at first I used my deck droppers against these Rat Ogres, and then these Rat Ogres they come charging in, and I try to absorb the blow with my zombies here, and they are just getting pounded, but they are putting up as much of a fight as possible. I mean, they're just zombies. So, and these are Rat Ogres, so you know what can you expect. And then over here the Gutter Runners are coming in for their awesome charge into my zombie. Oh, look at this guy! Oh, he does a roll and a flip, and they're just tearing my zombies up. But help is on the way. These Rat Ogres about had all they can have in the fight. These Rat Ogres are doing okay. I bring in my pole arms against these Rat Ogres, and I bring in my Death Guard against these guys to intercept this charge of Halberds. I figured these Death Guard will chew these Halberds up because they're anti-large. These Death Runners give up the fight, and then the Hell Pit Abomination comes in. Oh, he is going to tear me up. Big time tear me up here. And so, yeah, not too happy about this guy here in our midst. But I got my zombies on them, and you know, what else can you do? I do have my my Morngul Haunter still sitting in the back, just kind of waiting to see what we need to do, see where he is needed most. My mortars continuing to fire. We got several units of Skaven that are already retreating, which is kind of what the Skaven do. You know, they don't stick around for a long fight, so we're doing okay there. These Storm Vermin, Sword and Shield are just destroying my zombies, but that's what they're there for. So I bring my deck droppers around. I figure they might need some additional help over here on the left flank. My deck droppers are trying to finish off these rat ogres as they run off the field. I don't want them coming back if possible. And my fleet admiral's just sitting pretty, just waiting for an opportunity to do some damage. My handgunners are starting to focus down on this Hell Pit Abomination. I don't want him to tear up my back line, but he did get him back into my handguns here, so that's not good. I do have my Necrofex Colossus focusing fire on him as well. And then this Warlord is getting into my other unit of backline here. Got my deck runners turned around, and my deck droppers are turning around. They're all going to start focusing fire on these larger units here. These deck gunners do try to finish off these rat ogres before they can get in. And the halberds are over here facing down these plague monk sensor bearers. The Morgul Haunter is over here tearing up these gutter runners. I mean, he is just ripping them up. Oh, he's awesome. Look at this. Oh my god. Bye-bye, Skaven. But he does get a little collateral damage into my halberds as well. Now, halberds, this is not the best matchup for them. These gutter runners, they do have 28 weapon strength versus my 28 melee defense here, and the melee attack's 27. So they actually, it's not the best matchup for my halberds, but I think they can hold them. I do have my handguns over here starting to try to fire into the gunner runners to make them break, and it looks like that is exactly what's happening. They're about to shatter, or about to break over there. The Warlord back here is just causing all kinds of carnage in my back line. I do have my deck droppers continuing to focus fire on them. I have my Vampire Fleet Admiral over here trying to finish off these swords and shields so that my guys can focus on the Warlord. Over here, the halberds are just about giving up the fight on the Plague Monk sensor bearers. But overall, the deck droppers are starting to focus fire on these gunner runner slingers who have been peppering my forces here. The Death Guard just kind of sitting there. I wasn't quite sure what to do with them. I didn't want to engage with these monster units because that's not a good matchup for them. So I just kind of have them sitting there, and we're just using our handguns to focus fire on all these units. Now I should have brought them against these sensor bearers if I'd have been thinking, but the Skaven player, he does a good job right now of like trying to regroup his forces, because when his units are all scattered out, that's the worst for their morale. And so he's trying to regroup all his units to get some leadership bonuses there. So while he's doing that, I take the opportunity to rearrange my forces as well. Continue to throw mortar down on the enemies here, just to try to keep them on their toes. I did finish off the Hell Pit Abomination, and that really gave me a great advantage here on the balance of power. So he gets his guys all straightened out. Unfortunately for him, while he is trying to rearrange his forces, my handgunners are just entire time just sitting there just firing down on the poor rats, and they are just getting exterminated. I tell you what, and that ends for a Pyrrhic victory for me. So his plan to try to use a regrouping to his advantage did not work out for him. Now you can see that my zombies didn't do much, and that's their job. Their job is just to hold these guys in place so that my guns can do the work. But really, my guns didn't do that much either. We have 15, 8, and 12. But remember, a lot of the time was spent these guys focusing fire on the big units. The deck droppers, the deck runners, the same thing. They spent a lot of time firing on the big units. My depth guard got 59 kills. My deck droppers got 24. Deck gunners 40. Mortar 41, and the Necrofex Colossus 46. Now his units, the Storm Vermin did a lot of work against my zombies, so with 187. The Sensor Bearers, they killed 87, and then his Hell Pit Abomination killed 71. And so his all his units did a lot of work, but when it comes down to the Skaven, they just don't have the leadership to stick around. So if you can break that leadership, and it really helped with my terror and fear that the pirates, the vampire pirates, Vampire Coast bring to play. So that worked in my favor. I'm not the best multiplayer battle out there, but I'm getting better. This was my first win, actually, so congratulations to me. But I will be posting some more of these battles soon. As long as you guys enjoy this, please leave a like and a comment if you want to see more of these. Let me know if you want to see more of these multiplayer battles. I may try to squeeze one or two in. I do have a couple others recorded already where I did not win, but I thought they were interesting battles nonetheless. So anyway, if you'd like to see more of these, let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.